How does China's Sinopharm COVID-19 vaccine work? As per WHO, Sinopharm has efficacy of about 79% for symptomatic and hospitalized disease for all age groups. However, it notes that since few adults over the age of 60 years were enrolled, the efficacy of the age group is not clear. On Friday, the WHO listed China-made Sinopharm COVID-19 vaccine for emergency use, implying that the vaccine can now be used in immunization drives worldwide. The vaccine is produced by the Beijing Bio Institute of Biological Products Co. Limited, which is a subsidiary of China National Biotech Group (CNBG). Sinopharm is the first non-Western vaccine to get WHO backing and will possibly be used for COVAX program, under which vaccines are supplied to low and middle income countries. India, which had exported vaccines manufactured at the Serum Institute of India under the COVAX program earlier this year, stopped exports in mid-March to meet its domestic demand as coronavirus cases started surging towards the end of February. How does this vaccine work? The Sinopharm vaccine is an inactivated coronavirus vaccine like COVAX, developed by Bharat Biotech India in collaboration with National Institute of Virology. Inactivated vaccines take the disease-carrying virus, in this case SARS-CoV-2, and kill it using heat, chemical or radiation. WHO notes that these vaccines take longer to make and might need 2 or 3 doses to be administered. The flu and polio vaccine use this approach as well. Out of the major vaccines being used in the world, Sinopharm, Covaxin and Sinovac, also developed by China, are the only ones that are inactivated viruses. Others such as Pfizer, BioNTech and Moderna are mRNA vaccines, whereas Oxford, AstraZeneca, Sputnik and Johnson & Johnson single-dose vaccine use a viral vector. So, how does this vaccine protect against COVID-19? As per WHO, Sinopharm has an efficacy of about 79% for symptomatic and hospitalized disease for all age groups. However, it notes that since few adults over the age of 60 years were enrolled, the efficacy in the age group is not clear. Even so, WHO has not recommended an upper age limit on the use of the vaccine because preliminary data and supportive immunogenicity data suggest the vaccine is likely to have a protective effect in older persons. There is no theoretical reason to believe that the vaccine has a different safety profile in older and younger populations. And as of now, the WHO recommends that the vaccine be administered to adults at the age of 18 and above in 2-dose schedule with a gap of 3 to 4 weeks. What is the significance of WHO's emergency use approval? WHO Emergency Use Listing (EUL) assesses the suitability of novel health products during public health emergencies such as ongoing pandemic. The Pfizer BioNTech coronavirus vaccine was given the EUL approval on December 31, 2020, and the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine was approved by the WHO on February 15 this year. Johnson & Johnson single-shot vaccine was approved on March 12. The objective is to make medicines, vaccines and diagnostics available as rapidly as possible to address the emergency while adhering to stringent criteria of safety, efficacy and quality. The assessment weights and the threat posed by the emergency as well as the benefit that would accrue from the use of the product against any potential risk, WHO said in a press release. The approval is given after assessment of late Phase 2 and Phase 3 clinical trials and data released to safety, efficacy, quality and risk management. Thank you.